Hey ho, welcome back to the Slowpoke World. Today I've got a super cool video for you, or a new series of videos I should say. In case you don't know what the Pokemon Team Store Challenge is, basically what it is, it's a way for you to sort of get back involved with your local store that you normally play your League Challenges or your League Cups in. And basically, each store is allowed to run three online events, I believe. And the winner of each event, the qualifiers they're called, can then represent the store in like a next level up kind of a tournament where you'll be playing other stores from your country. So yeah, one of my local places, I play at Sutton Coldfield on the occasion, so I signed up for their second qualifier. I missed the first one, and it's actually some cool swag you get for winning. You can get a real life play mat, which is pretty cool, get some online packs, and you get to go into this sort of other, like I said, this other tournament. You get to play other stores, so I thought, hey, this is pretty fun. So the deck I played, I'll try and put on screen now, is an ADPZ list. You know, pretty standard, nothing really too scary there. And this event is obviously online only, so that means it's open deck list. So we get to see our opponent's deck list. So I'll put that on the screen now. So we play against this deck round one. And looking at it, it's actually, I don't think it's something to be laughed at initially, because it's actually really well built. Whimsicott absolutely destroys ADPs, right? And obviously 50% of the time it's not taking damage, which is super annoying. And then you got Persephone, which is just like, well, Persephone doesn't care what's in the active, right? Like, it just blows it up. So I actually quite like this deck, to be fair. Not many, well, no free prizes. Obviously, we're playing ADP, we can turn those Whimsicotts into free prizes, but got some really cool, interesting cards as well, which to be fair, if it wasn't open deck list, I wouldn't have played around. So we got red and blue there. So we know the Whimsicott at any given time can, like, what, you can red and blue 2 energies, right, and then attach 3C. So that Whimsicott can get to 5 energies in one turn, which is like silliness, right? So yeah, energy retrievals for 4 fire crystals worth noting. So this deck it's not going to be an easy one, let me tell you. I was actually worried coming into this game. So let's see how we got on. So yeah, like I said, it's open deck list, so best believe I had this deck list open the whole entire time. I wanted to know how many outs they had, you know, like if they've used their great catcher, what gust out they have. That's actually one of the weaknesses I saw of this deck list, is that there's only 2 Buster Swords and 1 great catcher, so there is that. And I also think the fire energy count is a little bit low, in my opinion. So I'm not like 100% scared of the Persephone being able to reach ADP numbers, but chances are, you know, our opponent will be using the Whimsicott to take out ADP. Obviously ADP is very weak, so we start the game with a good look, and let's see how we do. I can't remember if I'm going first or second, to be honest. I was too busy talking to you guys. Let's have a look. It's obviously post-com. I didn't want to, like, number one, it was daytime when I was playing, and I like the lights to be in this sort of a mood, you know what I mean? This is our opponent's going first, and number 2, I wanted to concentrate. I'm not one of the people that can, like, if I'm talking to the camera load, I'm making mistakes. I really wanted to do well, because I really want that play mat. You know, I'm not really fussed by the rest of the stuff, man. I just want a cool play mat, you know what I mean, so I can swag out a bench, you know what I mean? So, looking at this deck list, AD/V is going to be a good attacker, right? Because AD/V with weakness, you know, KOs Whimsicott GX on a coin flip, obviously, and it can KO Persephone. Obviously, Zacian's weak to Persephone as well, so weakness doesn't really matter. Except AD/ doesn't have to sort of jump around the active. The only thing AD/ can't do is one-shot that Crobat that our opponent does play. So let's see what our opponent does. At this point, I'm already, like, really scared, because that Cottony with 1 energy, we know can just evolve red, blue, 3C, bop, and I'm dead, right? So I am terrified of that Cottony. Don't get it twisted. That little Cottony has the ADP shaking the boots now, let me tell you. Right, let's have a look. So I'm trying to work out. I'm looking at the list, to be fair. Excuse me, it's pretty late here. So I'm thinking on a 4-card hand, you know, what a chance to have a good hand. We do get ADP energy attachment, which is nice. We have the AD/V. And what I'm thinking, I think, like, looking back, what I was thinking at the time, what are we doing here? Oh, trying. So I think I was looking at their Pokegear, I should say, that they did play. So we're going to boss up the Jirachi, just so it makes it a little bit harder for that Whimsicott to, like, you know, evolve and attack and go absolutely bonkers, right? We did get rid of Amani there, which is a bit sad, but we do find Water Energy, which is pretty cool. Now I'm just thinking about what to play here. I mean, we could go more wild hunting, but I'm looking at their list again. They haven't really got a lot of Pokemon. Let's have a look. We've got, like, 1 Oranguru, 1 Crobat, we've got 2 more Cottonies, 3 Persephone, and 1 more Jirachi. They don't really play a lot of basic Pokemon, so I'm not 100% sure if more wild is worth it in this scenario. We get a boss's orders, another Water Energy off the Intrepid. along with a switch. It's not too bad, in all honesty. Let's see what our opponent does. Obviously, bossing up the Jirachi kind of might make the Whimsicott a little bit harder, but it does give them a Stellar Wish. They only had a 4-card hand going into their turn, so, you know, we do give them the chance to, like, get a supporter. And it's worth noting as well, in these games, everyone's playing to the hearts. You all want to win, right? So they got the 2 energies out of Fire Crystal. So the Persephone, you know, they do play another 3 Fire Crystals. So Persephone is still up for it. Speaking of Persephone, there it is. So this deck is like really well crafted against ADP. Well, obviously Whimsicott slaps ADP, and Persephone just makes short workizations and that, right? So let's wish out another research, and I think they've seen 2 so far because they've played 1. I don't know if they got rid of another one. But yeah, there's a switch. Right, so now I'm thinking, oh boy, excuse me. But then they go for the toy box, which I thought was really handy, in all honesty, because you know, if 3 CG came down, that could have been scary. But I guess if they did attach 5 for the turn, so they go for the toy box, which is like Algorithm GX. If anyone played Metagross back in the day, that was a cool deck. Excuse me if you heard the mic there. So they get the touch deck for 5 cards, and I know for a fact those 5 cards means our ADP is absolutely slain next turn, right? So if we can help it, we need to make sure we put those cards straight to the bottom. So if we can get our hands on Marnie, that'd be helpful. We do have Marnie in the bin, so obviously Eldegoss is an option, and I think in this scenario it's probably the best option. It's the only hand disruption we play, so we have to Eldegoss for our Marnie. I'm just going to double check to make sure it's there first, because I'm just triple checking. All these games going to be super important, you know, don't get it twisted. Ooh, Mike's moving on a stand, oh my lord. So we can attach Balloonization, acts as a pivot after our Brave Blade. That seems good to me. Now we could quick ball thin here, but I quite like actually all of these cards, you know. Every single one of these cards is good. Oh, no. Yeah, see? I thought about it. You can see at the time I was thinking, maybe we can deck thin here, but we actually don't really need a realistic great amount of stuff here. Right? All we want to do is just disrupt them and get RGX off and, you know, try and survive. That's all we want to do. This is a pretty... you can see the mouse going. Pretty one-dimensional hand there for sure. Then I will auto creation. There we go. Then we'll pass it back over to our opponent. Now, Energy Blow does 30 for each energy attach plus 10, alright? Alright, so Energy Blow does 30 for each energy plus 10. So at the minute it does 70 damage, alright? Got 2 energy plus a 10. So I'm just trying to work out. So it does 140 to us now, which isn't much of a scary thing, but you know, Welder for 2 and another attachment probably KOs us, right? 3 CE probably KOs us. All of which are in a pretty scary spot if that happens. So yeah, like I said, like even though this deck doesn't look very conventional, the amount of pressure it puts on against ADP is absolutely bonkers. Like, oh dear. So we had to need what, like 6, 12, 18, 2, 4. He needs 5 energy. No, 6, 12, 8. At least 30. What am I on about? No. They need 6, 12, 180, 240. They need 5 energy to KO. Yeah, 3C would have KO'd us there. Of which they play. Oh, they only play 3 of them, to be fair, so. I mean, they have a lot of cards though. They probably should have found it there, not gonna lie. So our hand is trash. We do get an ultimate ray off though for 2 prizes. We'd love to boss his orders this turn into that Crobat. Or even Persephone. Jirachi is the worst card we want to be seeing. So I think we should have a look now what we've got in deck. So we have 2 bosses. That's about it. We don't play a great catcher, I don't think. Or if we did, I'm not sure if we do play a great catcher. If we did, it's prized anyway. So, but you know, 2 prizes and getting our Zation set up or 80 slashes, you know, might be fine to me. You know, we've got no more metal energies left though, so excuse me. You could probably argue that Zation's the better Pokemon to get set up here, purely because that can actually KO the Crobat. But I guess you do put 1 there as well, and hopefully we take a Metal Saucer out of the prize. If we get a boss though, that's good. And there's a Saucer, nice. So I think it's fairly expected for this Whimsicott to KO the ADP. You know, Welder attach is a KO, 3 CE is a KO, and there's the Welder. So yeah, so that's 5 energy. So 6, 12, 180, 240, 300. So yeah, that is a KO. So our opponent takes 3 prizes, and Like, granted, we can like boss KO something. But we're not out the woods. If we set up Zacian, we could boss, take 3 prizes, go down to 1. But eventually, we are going to have to probably swing into this Whimsicott, which is kind of scary. We're trying to avoid that at all costs. We had to use Eldergrass for a Mawile. No, not for Mawile. We had to use Eldergrass for Marnie. So we know we've only got two bosses in deck. 2 bosses in deck, I should say. But we're not seeing any cards this turn though. So yeah, so this is scary times here for sure. I mean, we do get our Zacian powered up because we can sorcerer onto it and it's attached next turn. But apart from that, that's not like we can do. We can spinner to sort out our top decks. Let's see, that's something I do just to help improve our top deck odds of finding something good. But I think doesn't look like we do that, so that's a little bit of a misplay there. But we do get the Sonic Edge into the Persephone for 2 more prizes. So we are 1 KO away from winning, which is nice. We get a research. We don't want to see that though. We get energy, so we're trying to reset it. We just want to see bosses orders. You know what I mean? That's all we want to see. These bosses orders. So I think this Whimsicott actually KOs us, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 150. They do 160. So 3 CE is a KO. Welder attach is also KO. So I guess in theory we might not get KO'd here, but look how fat the hand is. I actually get stamped to 2. I mean, our hand wasn't great, but oh boy. This is that was a good stamp. That was our opponent's really giving to us there. Stamp plus KO for them is huge. How many stamps do they play? They do play 2 stamps, so that's something I didn't play around at all. I completely forgot about that. I mean, I guess now not playing that spinner was a good idea. We actually can't even attack at this moment in time, right? This is like super scary. There's a welder, so they roll it to the bench for 2. But this is scary. I'm guessing they have another energy in hand or a 3 CE. They play Giant Heart. They get rid of a red blue. The cards can't use red blue. They search out of the fire. You see me counting, look. But yeah, that Persephone puts on a lot of pressure too. Granted, all we have to do is just take 1 more KO though. So there's the 3 CE. So that is a big fat KO. Oof, that is a stacked Whimsicott now. So this isn't looking good. This is not looking good for us at all, really. We go into the den in case we top deck Metal Saucer. We top deck a Quick Ball though, which is hype. We can actually continue the game. We probably searched a Dene here, right? No point in searching crate. I mean, because the Dene gets us 1 more card. So we can switch into the Zacian now. And there we go. So now Metal Saucer isn't an out. Energy Spinner is, but we don't want to mess about with that Whimsicott. We need to go around it. So I'm going to see how many bosses we have in deck, how many outs. We actually failed that. We can spend it. We can actually check our boss outs now. Or not. I think we've got 2 left. 2 left. We played 2, so Eldergrass obviously isn't a thing. Excuse me. So we're going to use that. So let's have a look and have. So what do we have? We just have 2 bosses in deck. We have a 26 card deck. I know you can't see that, but 26 cards. And we can get a big fat Crobat for 6. So I mean, it's not like terribly unlikely. It's like what, 1 in 3. Here we go. See if we get that boss. No, so we've got no more digging potential now. So the scary thing is though, right? If they have another 3 C, they KO us next turn or World of Attach. But luckily we get the tails. Woo! And that was too close, man. That was too close. I'm not a fan of those super close games. So well done to my opponent for taking Whimsicott there and like pushing all the way to the limit. If we flip heads there, we probably lose that game. I'm not gonna lie. All I have to do is just attach 1 more energy or some combination of energy and they win. So scary times, but we are currently 1-0 going into round 2. Make sure you stick around for the next part.